My name is Jacob Curtin, and I believe all U.S. citizens must work together to fix the Social Security deficit. The reason Social Security must be fixed is due to all working Americans paying a tax to the program, hoping they receive it in the future. If the program were to fail, millions of young Americans would lose tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars they have paid to the government. If the program were to fail, it would harm more than young Americans from losing money. It would harm the seniors of our country, who have the lowest rate of poverty in America due to this program, and prevent the disabled of our country from receiving their monthly checks. All of the issues stated would have a huge impact on our economy, which will in turn affect everyone in this country, no matter how wealthy or poor. After extensive research on the topic and growing up in a finance-based household, I believe that the two solutions brought forth to fix the program will help the vast majority of American citizens. The first solution I have come up with is raising the collection age for Social Security from 66 years old to 70 years old. This will allow more time for the money to be put into the reserves while less people take money out of the program, which will lead to more profitable margins for Social Security. Another issue which causes the collection age to be raised is because of the average lifespan growing. Because the lifespan is growing, if people start collecting money at 66 and the average lifespan is 76, they will end up taking way more out of the program than what they paid into it, which leads to the deficit we have now. The other solution would be to raise the taxable limit for Social Security from $128,000 to $150,000. For most earners in the United States, this raise would not affect how much they pay to the program because they are not close to the $150,000 limit. The big cause that will push Social Security to its death is the baby boomers who will retire at younger ages and take out a large portion of money. That is why raising the taxable limit to $150,000 will allow more money to be put into the program while not changing the taxes for the bottom 70% of earners. Both solutions must be put in place to fix Social Security. The raising of collection age will prevent a high population from taking out of the Social Security pool, and raising the tax cap will allow more money to be put into the program. If just one solution is enacted in government, it will only slow the death of Social Security, not fix it. The only way to get these two solutions passed is through government action. Congress and the Senate will have a say on what passes and does not pass. That is why we must work with government officials who have a history of passing legislation and experience in the government. There is plenty of evidence to show that those in government that have succeeded in the past tend to pass legislation easier than those who have not. It also helps for officials that are chosen to have a lot of experience in their field, as well as looking out for the common citizen in our country. This idea applies to most industries and job types. Although choosing the right people to help pass the legislation to raise the collection age to 70 years old and to raise the wage gap to $150,000 will help, we will need both parties to agree on a solution. That is why bipartisan support is a key aspect to get these solutions to pass in Congress and Senate. If both sides can agree to the solutions presented or tweak them slightly to fit what both sides can agree on, it will pass easily in government. The reason it will pass quickly is because everyone knows Social Security is in jeopardy of surviving, and it will have extreme effects on our society and economy. Government officials know the sooner a solution is agreed upon, the quicker the program will recover, because at some point, any solution will not be able to save Social Security. To make these changes happen, go to your local government officials and ask them to go to our Capitol and make changes to our broken Social Security system. Although finding solutions to the oncoming failure of Social Security sounds helpful, there will be those who see negatives with these solutions. With raising the age from 66 years old to 70 years old, people may say that will cause those who want to retire younger than 70 or do not have a job at 70 to not be able to collect any benefits. Although that would be an issue for a very small amount, if it is not done, they will have no Social Security at all to collect, along with the majority of seniors who rely on the monthly checks. With the solution of raising the wage gap from $128,000 to $150,000, some may say that it is not fair to tax those making that much more because they already pay such high taxes to the government, and that it will not help save the program. If this solution is enacted, it will end up saving wealthier Americans money in the long run from our other taxes or other programs. That is why it's important to save Social Security so that senior citizens in our country can prosper along with the disabled and future generations of Americans.